3. Welcome to your maths video for Monday the 25th of January. This is your video if you're somebody who's got the Year 2 booklet. Your task today is to complete your next page, which is page 11. So as you can see in section A, today you are focusing on adding and subtracting 3 numbers. So typically in a number sentence, we only really work with 2 numbers most of the time. But today we're going to practice dealing with 3 numbers and solving those sums. So I'm going to show you how you can work out your number sentences. So here I've got a number sentence which has got 3 numbers. We've got 38, add 5, add 4. Okay, now we spoke about this lots in our videos. We've been doing lots of adding and lots of subtracting. So remember, when we add, the number is getting bigger. So we're counting forward, we're counting on, the number goes up because you're adding more to it. Okay, so what I'm going to do to begin with to solve this is I'm going to cover part of my number sentence up. And you would have seen me do this on some other videos too. So I'm going to start with the first part of my number sentence. So the first part is 38, add 5, and I'm going to cover the last part up because I'm just going to work that bit out first. So 38, add 5. Remember, when we add, we put the biggest number in our head and then we can use our fingers to help us. So 38, add 5. Count with me. 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. So I know then that equals 43. Okay, so 38 add 5 is 43. But that's not all of my number sentence. So now I need to add 4 to 43. Okay, so I've already got 43 now. So I can cover that part of my number sentence up. So I've got 43, add 4. Okay, so I'm going to put 43 in my head, get my 4 fingers, remember to count with me. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. So my overall answer is going to be 47. Okay, so that's a top tip. Cover parts of the number sentence up to help with your working out and just do it in sections. Okay, now I'm going to look at another question. So this time I've got 27, add 4, add 3. Now, if you're somebody who's really good with your number bonds, and I know there are lots of you in my math set and in Miss Page's set that are really good with their number bonds, you might be able to spot a number bond to 10 in my number sentence. So I'll have a little look. Can you spot 2 numbers that make 10? Have a little look. Well done if you've spotted the 7 and the 3. So I've got 27, add 4, add 3. Well, I know 7 and 3 makes 10. Now I had 27, so my next 10 is going to be 30. Okay, so if I add the 3, I know straight away, without counting on my fingers, that it's going to be 30. And now all I need to add is the 4. So 30 add 4 is 34. Okay, so that would be my answer. So you can also use any number bonds that you know to help you with your working out. Okay, let's have a little think about subtraction then. So, if you're somebody who struggles with their subtraction, maybe you need a bit more practice counting back, make sure that you use your 100 square today. It will really help you. You can look at what numbers come before each one. So, I've got the number 23. I need to subtract 8 and I need to subtract 4. Okay, so I've got 23, subtract 8, subtract 4. Okay, I'm going to show you a few different ways of how you can work it out. The first one is my top tip again, is by covering parts of the number sentence. So first of all, we can work out 23 subtract 8. Okay, so I'm going to get my 8 fingers. We've got 23. Remember, we're subtracting, so we're counting down. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Okay, so I know 23 subtract 8 will give me 15. So now I'll cover the next part of my number sentence. I've got 15 subtract 4. Okay, so get my 4 fingers. Count with me. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. So I found my answer by covering up different parts of the number sentence. Okay, let me show you a different way. So this time I've got the number 42. I'm going to subtract 4 and subtract 7. Okay, so 42 subtract 4 subtract 7 equals. Now, what I can do is I can find the total of the amounts I need to subtract. So I need to subtract the numbers 4 and 7. So I can work out the total of those numbers first. So 7 and 4 would give me, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 would give me 11. Okay, so 7 and 4 is 11. So what I need to do now then is 42 subtract 11. Now you can use your fingers, and you might need more than your 2 hands, but you could do that to subtract 11, or you could go to the column method and do 42 subtract 11. So remember, we always start at the ones. 2 subtract 1 is 1, and 4 subtract 1 is 3. So there we have, the answer would be 31. Okay, let's look at one more question together and then it's your turn. So this time I've got the number 38. I'm subtracting the numbers 2 and 8. So I've got 38, subtract 2, subtract 8. Now straight away I can spot a number bond. Can you spot it? Have a little look. What number bonds make 10? Okay, well done if you said 2 and 8. So the total of the numbers we've got to subtract, we know that 2 and 8, or 8 and 2, is 10. So you can do 38, subtract 10. So use your 100 square, remember. If you're subtracting 10, find 38 and look at the number above. So 38 subtract 10 would be 28, because the ones doesn't change. We're just changing the tens. Okay, once you've done those questions, you're then on to section B, into gear. Remember my top tip of putting the numbers above the words to help you with your working out. It sometimes makes us understand it a little bit better if we see it in numbers rather than words. On number 3, you've got to find the missing symbol or the missing sign. My tip to you would be to try each one. So you might start with add and put an add sign in and see if that makes the answer correct. If it doesn't, try the subtraction sign instead, work it out, is it correct? And try each one. So a bit of trial and error until you find the correct one. On your missing number question on number 5, make sure you count the jumps. Okay, so it goes 16, 14, 12, something 8. Now you might recognise some times tables in there, but going backwards. If not, work out what you've jumped to get from 16 down to 14. So 16, 15, 14, and that will help you with finding your missing number. And then you've got your tough challenge on section C. Okay, So find 1/2 of 22 fish. Now remember, when we're splitting something in half, we're splitting it into 2. So if you count in 2s until you get to 22, you should find your answer. If not, you could do some drawing. So you could draw yourself a pizza, split it in half and put 22 toppings, and that will show you how many half is if you count one section. Okay, I'm sure you'll do great and I can't wait to see how you get on.